So this is a picture I'm working on, and we've been thinking a little bit about reflections, and I've just realised just how pervasive all of the reflections are in this picture. This picture would look nothing like this if I wasn't sensitive to all the reflections. So for example, you can see the sky being reflected on these leaves here and also on the trunk. You can also see the sand being reflected up on the underside of the branches and some of these leaves. But the interesting thing is that I've changed the way I've applied the reflections. So on the leaves, I've drawn the brush strokes out to create that longer, smoother kind of look. And here in the trees or on the trunks, I've kind of used an entirely different brush stroke to create texture. So the way you use reflections and the way you apply them is what gives you that lovely texture and sense of different surfaces through a painting, and they're the things that kind of take that painting, make them much more interesting and exciting. And with the water here, again, same thing. Reflections, sky reflected, long drawn out brush strokes. But then here, close up, you can see the water reflected or the whitewash reflected. Again, slightly different brush stroke, creates a smoother, shinier sort of finish. This is, again, just how pervasive all of these reflections are. These leaves out here in the sunlight have got flashes of sunlight reflecting on them, and it's that little extra flash of light and the way you apply the brush that creates the illusion of, you know, that broken shrubs. There's some light reflected, that lovely blue light again reflected on the sides of these trunks and the sand on the underside. And I exaggerate those things, of course, because it's fun, but the trick is knowing which ones to use and which ones to exaggerate, but you've got to find them first. The important part is really looking at reflections, because those tiny little differences in reflections on different surfaces are what makes a painting really interesting.